UIF, this your girl True, coming at you with another video. This is something that I usually wouldn't talk about, but I wanted to go ahead because it is making such an impact on the community that we need to go ahead and discuss this, fam. What we're going to be talking about is with Cardi B and the fact that is she a culture vulture within the community? Is she right about what she's saying? And how do we address this? Don't forget to chime in and let me know what you think. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the like, the comment, and subscribe button. Thanks for all the subscribers. Thanks for the donations. And once again, I appreciate y'all. And if you haven't done so, remember, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you will get videos as they come in. Let's get to it. Okay. So I had to make some notes for this, y'all. So I wanted to go ahead and explain something about with this channel. What I do on this channel is it's a documentary type of style of dramatic things that happen within a community. The community I'm talking about is the African American community, is what is known as the Black community, okay? I do not go as far as with gossip. I do give my perception on different things, and I ask for your perception on things. And I always ask you guys, whatever you do for yourself, be able to think. We have to be able to think within our community in order to get any type of resolve done, okay? So that is the main focus of with this channel, okay? I'm not going to be posting things on with celebrities just gossiping in their business. That's not what this is. So I wanted to get that out of the way first. I also want to let you guys know I'm going to be referencing two people actual videos and responses that was done also. And the first one is, I believe her name is Paris Milan, and she is a YouTuber, and also Unwind with Tasha K, who is also a YouTuber, okay? Because both of these ladies have been making videos continuously trying to let people in the community know about different things that's going on with this particular celebrity, okay? So let's go ahead and just get to this, okay? One of the things that has brought Cardi B back into the light once again is for the negative comment that was made about even just regular bloggers. It was directed at Black bloggers. If you do not know, she has recently went on a rampage, or just even, I'm not even going to say that. She was having a discussion on, I guess it was her live or whatever recording it was that this lady was doing, okay? And doing this, she was addressing some of the issues that she felt as a celebrity, that her husband was not being backed, and she called out a group, which is the Shade Room, and she was letting it be known that she didn't appreciate basically the fake support. So the Shade Room in turn went back and posted some information to show where they had been showing support and different things like that. Okay, that's just a little brief background on that, because that part is not even important. This is what I want you guys to pay attention to. The fact that there was a picture posted of the owner of the Shade Room. I believe her name is Angela, okay? And what caught my attention was that she posted the picture, and her sister made a comment talking about how ugly that this particular lady was and different things like that. And I think that is, first of all, sad, and I think it's very disrespectful of both her and her sister to do that. Because, first of all, the intent that was done when it was put there, let's just put this out here. You were trying to call her fat and black and ugly, okay? Now, that's all that was. And anybody else putting a name on it, that's exactly what she was trying to say. This sister is more melanated. She is a shapely woman. I don't know what her weight and stature is. I cannot tell you that, okay? Is she an ugly woman? I don't think so. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and address this. One of the things that everybody is pressing on is because of what Cardi B is saying. And one of the main reasons is that why is it so important what she's saying? Well, the truth of the matter is that it's not important. She is not important. She is another celebrity figurehead that people go to look at for entertainment purposes only. Okay? There needs to be a line drawn, which is why you hear so many people say that you are supposed to be the superhero in your kids' lives instead of made-believe figures, okay? So, for example, a lot of celebrities, actors and singers have stage names, but a lot of times people take those stage names as real names. They will name their kids and grandkids after this. They will name their businesses and other things after this, okay? Instead of not recognizing this is something that's an entertainment thing. This is not a real person. This is a made up person, okay? So then, you have to understand there is power in the word, okay? And a lot of times there is energy even within names that are said, words that are spoken. So when you have a child and you're naming this child, I'm just giving an example because we're talking about with Cardi B. You name your child Cardi and your child grow up doing the same things and mimicking what this woman does, then hey, you brought that trouble into your own household, okay? So just getting back to the story of what's going on, okay? Cardi B did not like the fact, as she was saying, that the majority of black bloggers and this shade room report on negativity that's basically, I'm just paraphrasing, negativity within the black community, okay? Now, what I'm seeing from with Cardi B, okay, is that she has disrespectful behavior for the hip-hop culture, which, if you didn't know or she did not know, is 99.99.99% black, okay? She has done this publicly several times. There's a blog she put out calling a girl a monkey, telling her she looked like a roach, telling her that's why her child passed away. She's going back and forth, even the lady who is allegedly her roommate, because I'm not for sure. And this girl has made comments about with her behavior with saying different things in a racist manner, okay? She has gotten into it with Nicki Minaj, who has on several occasions has also let it be known that there were certain things that this lady has said and done that is negative to the community, okay? And now we have the thing that's going on with Tasha K, who reported what was allegedly claimed by this roommate, okay? And they have an ongoing court case. You can actually go to YouTube and look it up for yourself, okay? And then to top it off, now you have her response for herself about this, the lady Angela from the Shade Room, okay? And one of the things that got me was that it's not talking about, oh, well, your blog is trash, this. She went in on a personal vendetta, in my opinion, against this girl, okay? She went in because, and you know for yourself when you have an argument with somebody, if you can't talk about what it is they doing to downgrade them, you're going to talk about them. Well, she was feeling that way in her heart anyway about this woman, okay? Now, We don't know how many times in the dark that Cardi B has disrespected black people in the culture. And before you're saying, well, she's black, no, she's not. This lady has not identified as being a black woman. What she has identified herself with as being in the hip-hop culture, okay? And another way that she has done this is disrespecting the community is her rampage about with the Crips. Now, whether you like gangbanging or not, the point is this. Gangbanging is something that started within the black community. For a lot of people, that is a sense of home. That is a sense of family. Because, you know, the truth be told, let's just break this down. A lot of people go to gangs because their family life is horrible. I didn't say everybody. I said a lot of people. Because guess what? If you ain't got no food in your house because your mama smoking crack, them dudes or them girls from your gang gonna feed you. You can sleep over at their house. You can do what you need to do over there. They gonna look out for you as if you one of them. Okay? And a lot of times your homies are gonna be the ones that pat your pockets and fill them up for you, and then chastise you when you wrong. A lot of people don't get that type of discipline when they inside their household, and that's just being truthful. So for me to just be like, you know, the gangs is so horrible, the gangs is this and that, I can't say that, because the gangs have helped to raise a lot of people, okay? Now, hey, what's going on with them right now, I don't agree with all of that. But a lot of the gangs have helped save people, okay? And that's just being truthful. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. And you may agree with it, and you may disagree with it. As far as with the statement that she's made recently about the young lady, I have to say this. She is partly right. Okay? Cardi B is right. Partially. Because there are not just even so much the blogs. That's just a start. We as a people have to stop downgrading each other. We have to stop doing that. Okay? We have to stop trying to drag each other down and trying to bring each other down because we figure that's the way for us to get brownie points or for us to look better. At the end of the day, when you drag the first person down and you ain't got nothing going, you still in the same position you was in. That ain't moved your game to the next level. You still in the same position. And then you be out here looking like a clown and a hater because you didn't drag the person down. Okay? And now the other reason I think she partly right, because we have to start seeing the beauty in whatever each of us bring to the table, okay? We have to start accepting that, you know what? No matter what somebody contribute or no matter what they do to the culture, the community, what they add or whatever to it, that there is somebody, even if you think it's crazy, if you think it's stupid, there is more than just you. We have to have the open mind that there is somebody else that may see the beauty and may find whatever this person is bringing to the community as helpful, okay? God inspires us all. So we have to stop shunning our own when it comes to different things so that they feel they have to go outside of the community in order to receive some type of acceptance. We have to stop doing that. Now, I can't tell you when or how, but I know that we all have to start within ourselves. Now, it might be for you letting somebody paint a mural on your garage door. It might be whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's something for you to determine, and you'll get the opportunity to do it. I can't tell you when, but we have to stop shutting everything down that come to our community that is not acceptable by outside people from our community. Okay, it's only popular when somebody else wear it. It's only popular when somebody else say it's so. Okay, you got us this out here, people that's wearing rags all across their head and stuff like that. We ashamed to wear a rag. We told not to go outside with a rag across our head, and then one of the Kardashians come outside with a rag across their head like they Pac or something, and then that's popular. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop doing that. Because this is the thing about a community. Either we're going to take the front seat, or either we take this back seat and shut up. And shut up. You can't be no backseat driver, okay? So if we're going to take the forefront, just stay here. You got to ask nobody permission. Either they get in line and like what we doing, or they don't. And it's obvious they liking what we doing, but they not giving us the credit. But you ain't got to wait for a pat on your back for nothing from these people, okay? Now, I'm going to go back to it, okay? Now, something that I'm going to tell you is that although she's partially right, she's also wrong, okay? She is wrong because of the simple fact of this. Cardi B chose this culture. No one came to her knocking on her door saying, we need you to start acting like how your interpretation of a black woman is. Okay? We need for you to get out here and start stripping. We need for you to get out here and start rapping. Okay? Nobody told her all of that. That is something that she chose to participate in. I'm going to tell y'all something like this. Rapping does not give you an honorary pass to be black. Now, I'm going to say that again so that if y'all don't know, rapping does not give you an honorary pass to be black. She made a comment speaking on other blogs that don't, like she say, basically dragging allegedly black people in the blogs. Now, I'm going to disagree with her on this, okay? For the simple fact, if you have never seen Perez Hilton's website or some of these other websites like TMZ and everybody else, if you look on it, the majority of what they're talking about are white celebrities, okay? And they're not just reporting somebody adopted some puppies, okay? TMZ was all over this case with Lori paying for her kids to be able to get into USC, okay? And they're all over the fact that she's trying to fight the case knowing that she's guilty. She allegedly paid the people from USC to go and take a test and everything else for her two daughters to get even. Which, by the way, they ended up dropping out when this story hit. And they interviewed a girl up at USC who was saying she wanted to know how them girls got into school because they didn't seem like the smart people, the smart kind. And she was wondering and rubbing her head how they got into that school, okay? So, everybody want to be black until they black, okay? Now, black people, we hold each other to a very high standard, okay? Which means that when we do something wrong, we call each other out on it. Now, she chose to partake of the culture. She chose to partake of the hip-hop game. So when people start calling her out on it, if you've never been on her Instagram or things like that, then you need to go and check it out. For the simple fact is that a lot of times she answers back. She claps back at people. Okay? Now, I don't know a lot of celebs that got a lot of time to go down a whole wall list to be able to get back at people. And you know what? If by chance you listening to this blog, I'm going to tell you like this, sweetie. It's always somebody that's going to love you. And there's going to always be somebody that dislike you. Okay? So I'm going to share a piece of advice that my grandmother told me. Okay? Opinions are like assholes. And everybody has one. Okay? So, getting back to our topic. What I want to do is tell you guys something. And it's a lesson that comes out of everything that happens. Okay? And so this lesson is for both my brothers and my sisters, okay? Now, the lesson is this. For you men out there, you guys be careful, okay? Stop following around what you perceive to be a big ass and yellow skin and, oh, it look good, okay? Because you know what? Just as well as she allegedly was putting Percocets from a video she was talking about and rubbing dudes down and getting them. You know what I'm saying? She, on the flip side, could just as well be somebody that would claim that you raped her. Okay? So you men be careful, because she's Cardi B and she's a rapper is the reason why we know about her. But I'm going to tell you guys something. It's a lot of dudes that's doing time behind what some female and said about them raping them because they wanted some money, or they were stripping and the dude promised them some money and they didn't get the money, okay? And these dudes is doing time right now. So you men, be careful out here. She has no respect for the community. Said talking about with different things on what both black men and women. You know, being disrespectful. It doesn't matter where you're from. Everybody, if you ain't been to New York, you kind of know New York code. Okay? If you ain't been to LA, you kind of know LA code. Okay? And another thing that I want to tell you guys about, because Dame Dash phrased this perfectly. She is the epitome of what a culture vulture is. Now that is somebody who ciphers off of the community for a gain, okay? And then they go back to wherever they came from, wherever they crawled out from, and take their gains back. Now, I'm gonna give you another example. So if you don't understand that, you know how you go into the beauty supply and the majority of them are Asian owned, but the majority of the Asian people live all the way on the other side of town? Or these videos you see on Facebook and Instagram of them wrestling black women down in the stores, but then they take the black money out of the community and they don't recycle it back? If you don't know what that means, recycling it back, look up Claude Anderson, because he gives a perfect example of how the black dollar does not recycle back into the community, but within other communities. She's the epitome of a culture vulture. She's not, it's not white men that's out here buying her CD. It's not white men that's out here stalking her page, looking at her pictures, giving her likes because she half naked. It wasn't white man that was at the clubs giving her money because she got a video out here talking about how she was at the white club and she wasn't making no money like that. Okay? So you brothers need to invest into the ones that's going to be there and be on y'all side and have y'all backs. Okay? Now, once again, I'm going to tell y'all like this. Why does she matter? She doesn't. What she is a figurehead. She basically is like when you in school and somebody got a problem with you and they too scared to come and say whatever it is they got to say, so they put a puppet up there in front of them to go and talk. So they probably go and get the biggest person they can find that's a bully or something like that to come and try and pick a beef with you. And you like, man, I don't even know this person, much less do I have a beef with him. But they sit there to be able to spread a message that somebody else is trying to portray and trying to have, okay? To be able to start something with you. I'm gonna tell you 5 things that y'all should know, okay? 1, she started her career in the streets, okay? And that includes allegedly tricking from what her ex-roommate was saying, okay? 2, she proclaimed about trying to change her life and changing things, but she runs back to the street whenever it's necessary to have a street mentality. Now, I'm saying that to say that when people are like that, they are very flip-floppy. Either you in the streets or you out of the streets. You can't have it both ways. Because when you in the streets, that means you leaving yourself open for street activity, okay? And we all know from other artists before, when they taking it to the streets, what it is that can and what will happen when you're going back and forth in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's a lot of people was running up on him. It's a lot of people still want to run up on him. for the simple fact he couldn't just rap. He had to still go out here and try and prove he was a street dude. So now you got to deal with street issues. See what I'm saying? When you have something to lose, you have to decide if you want to still be in the streets or you want to go with what it is that's prospering you and breaking chains from being generationally poverty stricken. She is trying to get attention. Okay? Like I said before, she's an artist, and one way to stay relevant is to create controversy. Okay? She is trying to get attention by any means necessary, even ignorance, and creating chaos. And you guys have to be aware of what it is so you don't take the bait and fall into it. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell y'all something else. I'm going to tell y'all two last things, and then I'm going to move on to what these additional bloggers said. Okay? One, it is obvious she does not want no heat from the streets. Not nobody that's a real street person, okay? Because the simple fact is that a real street person, when she get to clacking back or her sister get to clacking back, they gonna be like, what's up? Okay? And that little entourage she got to try and help jump people, that's a no-no. Okay? It's a lot of people that's ICP. And if you from LA, you should know what ICP is. And if you ain't, let me just let you know that's Inglewood Cemetery. Inglewood Park Cemetery. Let me get it straight. It's a lot of people laid up there for going and starting some beef and running their mouths, okay? Now, the last thing I'm going to tell you is like this. She has the lawsuit going with Tasha K. But from what I see, she don't want no smoke with Tasha K. She don't want no smoke with Tasha K. Because even though Tasha K is a blogger, she's very hood. I mean very hood, okay? And when I'm saying that, that means that she don't mind getting down with her, okay? Like I left her a message on her blog already. It looked to me like y'all might end up fighting. Because that's the only place I can see this continually going, okay? Of course, Cardi may say she don't want to fight because, you know, she got a lot to lose and different things like that, and I can respect that. But, like I said, that's being in the streets and taking it to the streets. So, that's something that everybody has to be aware of. When you deal with street things and things like that, you know when you see that person and things like that, and you end up catching that person, that it's usually going to end up being an issue that's going on with that person. So, like I said, I wish both them sisters the best of luck. Okay? I really do wish them the best of luck. But it seemed like to me, you know, some feuds just have to be handled out in the streets because she chooses to not let the streets go. So, I'm going to go ahead and address the fact that these two bloggers did go ahead and speak on Cardi B, okay? And one was Paris Milan because she made a commentary where it was talking about with Cardi B and telling people of the times that she has disrespected black people. It has been more than once, it's been more than twice, it has been several times. This is something that's an ongoing behavior, okay? And we have to decide when enough will be enough of this type of behavior. Just because somebody smile and sing and they mimic what it is that black people do, we as a community have to decide when enough is enough of this minstrel show. And if you don't know what that is, you can look that up too. This is not something new. It's just new the way they're packaging it. Okay? Before, people used to put on black faces. Now you have people spray tanning and getting big butt and lip injections and breast implants. Okay? Now, if you get a chance, you check this sister's page out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and address what Tasha K said because she's speaking a lot of facts. Yeah, I do like her video. Yeah, she can be too much sometimes. But you know what? It's like this. Either you like her video or you don't. Either you rock with her or you don't. It's the same thing even on YouTube. Either you rock with somebody or you don't. And you entitled to that same opinion. But you have to check out her video that she recently did on Cardi B. Okay? And she dressing a lot of the same things. But she is bringing facts, which she has brought. And she has the right to interview someone who brings receipts and facts to the show. Okay? There have been people, even like Oprah Winfrey, who have interviewed people. And then you come to find out that people were lying. Okay? So, you can do your research. You can find out what you want. But it does not mean 100% of the time that you're going to be able to get to the bottom of whatever it is, or to be able to see that all of your guests are giving all of the facts the way they're supposed to. But I do believe this lady has given all of her research. She has looked and she has found, and before she brought this lady on, I believe that she thought that it was some truth in what this woman was saying. And guess what? To me, for it to now be a lawsuit about this means that there are facts in it. But then you can't get mad at a blogger and trying to shut down black blogs because of your past. Okay? That's not fair to do. Because, as she was saying before, that is what black bloggers do. They make their money off of with different things like that. Guess what? You report on what is in your community. So therefore, she has the right to be able to report good, bad, and indifferent on what is going on within her community and any other blogger within their particular community, because they are in the community. Now, if she chooses not to be within a community and to give up the culture and not to be bothered and not to be putting out rap songs, guess what? No one is going to blog on her. No one is going to talk about her. Okay? And I'm going to say this, because Tasha gave her reasoning of why she feels as though she's doing it. Okay? Or why she feels that people report on her community. I disagree with that. I think you talk about where you at and where you're from. And I think that's what's happened. I think that this lady does not appreciate it. And I think it's sad that she's now trying to silence people who have helped get her to where she's at. Opinion, leave me a comment in the box below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this. Let me know if it's time to change. Let me know if it should be addressed, or if you guys figure that she's doing this just for attention. Because I think that's what a lot of this is. Even with her and Kodak Black. If albums are not selling the way they're supposed to, then you sell controversy. So now people are going to go and look to see what you're famous for. And then you might get a subscriber or two. Okay? So let me know your opinion. Okay? And as usual, like, comment, and subscribe. And leave a message below. And as always, be safe.